A lyrical royalty.
Master.
Cleverly so make you I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can I say my jamo. And yes I know money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberian. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We're bringing good news and we give it to you. We're talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and all parts of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh that time and the efforts are real. The broadcast we're giving are real and the premise from best. To work with my life with us, yeah. From Tempa to Nima to Lofa. From River Test, River G to Chide. From Grand to Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, to San to Backwater. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Here are the grind of the protesters. And so all you need to do is just to share this video, share this. We do apologize for not giving you the headlines, but however we are here and we are bringing all of the happenings here. The grind of the protesters. Joseph Nyuma, that's Ambassador Joseph Nyuma is already here. He has just arrived on the scene of the protester to talk to them. So we are going to listen to him to hear what he had to say to the protester here.
Hey! Y'all be like Terry Star!
Protesters are saying this is not political, so they are not allowing anyone to come in or talk to the crowd here.
Correct. Well, indeed. I've been receiving a lot of text messages and calls. But, folks, we were setting up behind the scene. And, it's not easy to work in the very new technology world where you have so many gadgets, you have so many things on your table, on your plate, or maybe on your decks, or actually, may call it, And we had to perform our duty. But how be it, what the way to say, the pleasant wonderful good evening to all of you out there, channel listeners. What a way, the wet. Yes, indeed, today is a wet Tuesday. It's wet, and I say, so you go find yourself, you're talking on wet area, it's here, maybe say me, no, I didn't send you anywhere, but it's wet. Indeed, in maneuver is wet, and it's good to be alive, people. It's good to be alive, and we are grateful that at least we are counting the 27th day now in the month of May. That means that indeed God is good. Yeah, God is good. God is good to go with us. Yes, God is good to go with us. Look, don't pray for fellow now, because you pray for fellow, some of you, you will not see some of the happening. And let me be frank, there will be a lot of happening before 2029. Take this, some of you, yeah, don't take it for a joke. That's just the fact. There will be a lot of happening. Say, maybe say there will be a lot of happening before 2029. That means, the politicians and the people, and that's just the kind of society we live now. So everybody will do their have their play by play descriptions, and then cross over. People have so many things on their docket and so forth. So again, people, we're back. Yesterday we were here, and today we're back. Mom will be here with us very, very soon. Please, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining us, Amos Toba. Indeed, let's share the show. My brother Robert Fasula Jackley. Let's share the show. And Tewude, Yumuntu Asedu Mensa, our own, yes, indeed, one of our strong backbone. Indeed, thank you so much for always being here with us. Sebastian Williams. Indeed, my dear, good evening to all of you. Mustafa Balo. Yeah, I try something that I will do for those of you within WhatsApp, so forth. And those of you also via the radio, let me say the wonderful good evening. Thank you so much for joining this Tuesday edition. It will be too interesting. I know the shakers, the movers, and the people who making things to work. They are doing their work behind the scene. Some people who are supposed to sleep, they are sleeping. Those who are supposed to travel, they are traveling. That's the society we live. So I don't know which way you find yourself, whether you're part of the shakers, the movers, or you're part of the whosoever black or whosoever maybe team or place that you think you find yourself. Well, that's it. If you're part of the Noise Maker Association, granted. If you're part of the Crossover Association, granted. Any kind of way you find yourself in this country, you just have to be part of a certain group. Either you're part of the Silent Collect, they have the Silent Collect and Go. Silent Collect and Go Association. That's your business. If you want to be part of the, they say they get a watchdog, right? You want to be part of the watchdog, well, that's it. And because on watchdog too, so when they see what, they have some dog when they see what he said, what when does it, they can talk. Yep, just be quick, man. Yeah. Sometimes we think can slip out of our mind. But the wild dog too, when they see something too, they can talk. So whether you're part of any kind of group, whether you're part of any kind of people, whether you're part of the people who are also claiming projects and disagreement in projects, any kind of group that you're part of, that's good. Liberia win. Yeah, that one thing I like about us in this country, Liberia win. Yeah, people, so let's share the show. I'm doing that. My team will be here very, very soon. Today, it will be interesting because why? We'll be looking at some of this politics and people. Excuse me. So today we'll be looking at politics and people and politics. The way we do politics. Everyone can say politics are interest. So which one of the interests you have in politics and how far politics are taking some of you. Whether you are benefiting from politics or maybe from politicians, maybe the way you see politics in Liberia, whether it's the right way or the politicians, they are just on their own or with the citizens, with the one doing all of these things. What do you think about politics? So this evening, that's our topic: people and politics, bad labor politics, and so forth, especially in the government. Like for me, I can always tell people, the government is the champion for bad labor practice. You can record this and send it to them. Liberia government, the governance system of ours here, they are the champion. Let me tell you, it's very simple. No, here going to, in fact, some of you who can be rushing yourself to go to labor, they just waste of time. It's better you find something to do and live with God. You move on. But you go to this place, it's just waste of time. Waste of time. Because the people themselves, they are the champion. Where in this water you will pay somebody $76 per month. Then you want me, maybe on this radio, you want me to blame the private sectors, to blame the other group of people and say, yeah, you know that the people, because why they don't want to pay them. No. 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 So if the only way that these things will be great or good, until when our government come on and say, yes, we look, we have a trust hole. Now, for example, you will say, okay, across all of the government sectors and so forth, at least salaries will be around 300. And every month, people will get a salary. Nobody, in fact, even when look, we're in this world, government, even having people volunteering, the CSA boss, I think the future when they say they place almost 500 people names on the payroll and so forth. And they said that some of these people were volunteering for 8 years. So what happened if I die in the 8 years the time I was volunteering? Oh, God, yeah. Look, people and politics and people. That's where we're going today. I just waiting for my team so that show people. Yes, indeed, it will be interesting. Because some of you, I don't know whether you really thinking or you just because you feel that you love somebody so dearly. So even if you die with the love of someone. No. No. The God we serve doesn't even say that. He didn't even. That's the part. So when you love the person, and the person too should be able to give back that same love that you give to them. But as long as that person can't seek your interest, that's there where we come in now. There where now will come in, right? Politics is interest. Interest of someone. How you treat them, how you take care of them, how you handle them. Then the person will be able to wear your t-shirt. And say, yes, at least. Because the reason I'm going to support, like for example, my old man Yumutu Asadu Mesa is just because she has my interest. And she will make sure, like for even if I live in some other slum community, she will make sure and do something there. But when you come and say, oh, politics are just finished, politics are just trap, politics are just this, politics are just region, politics are this, and at the end of the day, guess what? You know, one thing I like is that all of you that in civil or in fact are working in the government entity, civil service and so forth, how you may call it, when you enter there, there's no region, there's no trap. There is no any kind of thing to say, okay, they put them myself with for the same county. No. The salary you're supposed to make, like for example, if you're supposed to make $76, John Brown, Annie, all of you will make that same money. The whole cover whole. Oh God. Oh yeah. Let me see people. Let me share. I keep sharing. But share the show, people. Share. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Dig hole. Cover hole. These are kind of people or in fact that's the life that our people are living. Now all of the politicians today that are coming up with and drastically time the road will be good. That's good. Let me tell you. I listened to the popular sorry, the Minister of Labor. No, not Labor, but the popular was sorry. Public minister were talking about, oh yes, they come in dry season, the road will go from here to there. Okay, good. Congratulations. And they said dry door street, right? Where they my man Sibo? Where's Sibo? I'm looking for the Sibo. Where can I think they got and work and be crying about the road construction. Oh, the road you're facing here. Where so dry door street, but what you will be eating before the door get dry. I saw one video today trending on the social media. Liberians into AC tapping. They go to the oh God. But again, you see that life? We that doing all the talking to the we voted the enemy. We are the one even going through people. Look, and you see, we talking just because we are seeing these things, and these things are glaring, and our people are struggling, our people are suffering. Where in this world somebody will work for 5, 10, 15 years and they have nothing to show? I love you. But one politician who just say, I will say, they make it director, they make it deputy director in some kind of tight office and give you 4,000, 3,000 per month. But the people who get in line that they lie to, because you lie to the people that, oh yes, when they still come, or in fact, when the government win, when these people win, guess what? They will change your life. You know, the civil servants, I'm feeling sorry because most of them, they don't want to talk now. I don't know the shame. I don't know whether they're embarrassed. I don't know what's going on, or whether they're happy, but they're not happy. All the information that are leaking, that's the fact. They are not happy. But now, because, you know, when you take politics too personal, like if this person now win, or this person this person that, instead of you looking for someone who will seek your interest, no, but you look for people because they are handsome, you look for people because they tall, you look for people because they short, you look for people because you're from the same region. And that's the kind of society we live in today. Where are we now? From 2006, count all of the years. And I can tell people that anytime when government come, the bar is high. That means there's a lot of competitions that people will come and they want to perform. So there's nothing to be talking about. Oh, the other government will do they want whatever they do. Oh, so the enemy management say the people will not succeed. Oh, that prayer. No way for prayer. You got to work. You have to work. So if you are supporting any of the politicians, okay, Monk already setting up. So Monk will soon join us. So you said there, politician will get 25 better. I was just joking not too long with some of my colleagues. I was like, you know, joking when I said me. Something for next year and myself, I will start giving 25 better rest. Send them every time. The people put you in slavery. Try to give you rest. Are you still fighting war? Are you still fighting war? Let the people get a right to Gaza. Tell them anytime they bring food, they know. I want work. I need job. Even my uncles, my brothers, my sisters who are working, carry their salaries up. But now they can't give her 25 better rest, then you give her 50,000. A waste of time. People that want to keep you in poverty, that how they treat you. Let me tell some of you today. That's how they treat you. So that your life can move forward. So that you can get, in fact, so that you can even make any progress. How they treat you. Because they want you to always look up to them. So they give you $75. How many years that you work for to get $75? Okay, let me see. I think all of the teams say yeah. Yeah, Monk already, yeah. I don't know what about Aliu. All right, but Monk, my brother, good evening and welcome.
What's up, Mabel? Hold on one second. This setting up.
Yeah, my dear brother, I'm here. I'm okay. Yeah. So what Monk trying to do some adjustment. Indeed, there are some national training, national issues. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow, all of the accusations, allegations, and so forth, Gordon and Puri. You know, so again, maybe we'll just chip in on that, then later on we'll move on our topic. Yeah, so Mark, today we have people and politics and people and interest. Where do we stand as people? But again, welcome first, and let's go to what caught your attention and what's up. What say you?
Well, I'm doing great. Good to be on Sktv. I'm not regular here these few days, but I told you anytime there is a little window that I can slip in, I will be here. I was driving, running back home when I got in and I saw the show 15 minutes going. Like, you know what? Ali, I got some more breathing room today. I got to chime in my man Melbourne and the listening audience, but it's okay. The only thing that caught my attention today was an article in the Front Page Africa. Like, I mean, it coincides with the discussion you are having about people in politics. That's just why it is in Liberia from Creighton Duncan, the senator from Sano County. He made some derogatory remark, and this is what he said. He was talking about investors in the country that most of them are not even investors, and it almost like he was justifying corruption, that people should be able to steal, because if you steal and one day you are out of office, these same people will be the one criticizing you. This is what he said. I mean, or quote unquote from the Front Page Africa. He said, "We can sit down for other people to come and get rich when the Liberian man wants to get rich. Everybody fighting and holding him down, saying he is a senator. He is not supposed to invest. He is a representative. He is not supposed to have money. In the end, when we leave office and after 2 months, when we have no money, the very same people will be laughing at us saying, oh yeah, he used to be looking him there fighting for taxes. But when the so-called investor come in 2 years, they get 20 to 30 million dollars. So he's justifying what public official, can you imagine coming from a senator? There is a house of elders, and he was represented as he was a representative before a senator to be a senator, right? And I think it was some deal that his name got involved in a community land that was sold illegally to some investor. So what he's literally saying is, you are licensed to steal in Liberia as much as you can if you're a public official, because one day when you get broke, these same people will be the one laughing at you. And so you got to steal enough, secure your family future and your future, because foreigners are coming to the country and getting rich overnight. And look, maybe Liberia is a sad situation. Sometimes I can just feel weak coming to the show, because at a certain point you just want to throw in the towel and give up, because this is a senator and he is saying that foreigners can come to the country and get rich overnight. So it's incumbent upon them that they should get rich too. And he's saying that some of these investors, they are not really investors. That's what we keep saying. The kind of investors that usually attract, they are not the top of the top. They are money launderers posting as investors. Because when you see their operation and some of the incentive they get to the worker, you can't even want to believe that this company will come from an advanced country and try to do business in such a manner. But yes, that a certain senator is justifying stealing. And the last time I checked, the Liberian people embraced it, because they say, I think if you can remember when Nukwe and McGill were placed on the sanction list, they were justifying it that at least when you steal, if you can spend the money in the country, it makes it legal for you to steal. So I don't blame him. That's why I posted my page. I said you cannot blame him for his sentiment for getting rich overnight and for getting begotten wealth. So that's just why it is. And that was the story that caught my attention today. So I'm not trying to ring on your show here, but it just
no, but Mark,
I thought it was to share.
Yeah, Amor, thank you. You are quite correct. Even the president, our president Joseph Yamamboga, also mentioned that, right? He said, when you take some of the money, I'm gonna give it to the people, right? You know,
So like you can take the entire bread, just drop some breadcrumbs, and then you can take the bread. That would be justifiable, because look, my brother, the people themselves are the problem in our country. So I don't blame these lawmakers. That's why I keep telling folks on the show.
Oh, yes.
The public officials know who they are dealing with. They understand the electorate.
100%.
So we care less about how long we stay on the show, how long we talk, whether we are criticizing them. The fact is, the people have accepted this as a way of life. So anytime you do it, it's justifiable. That's why he's telling you. We will be out of here and these people will be laughing at us. Matter of fact, we are licensed to steal as much as possible, because that's the layman interpretation of what he said. You can steal, secure your future, secure your children future, maybe drop 1 or 2 breadcrumbs here and there, like just exactly what you were saying. And then
25 bags.
That's it. That's the business model right there, my brother. But go ahead, Mabel. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
thank
drop
you,
that.
Brother Ali Masade. Also, yeah, I want to say good evening to you. I know maybe in the morning or maybe afternoon time to you, Brother Ali. What's up? Today Tuesday. What say you? What's up?
Good afternoon, Maybon. Good afternoon, Brazilian Monk, and to all the followers. Good afternoon. This is Aliu Masali from Baltimore, Maryland. Glad to be on the SKTV this afternoon. Yeah, my man, nothing bad from my end. How's your end? The Brazilian Monk, hi Minnesota. How
Doing
your
great.
weather today?
Our weather it flipped again today. We had sunshine yesterday,
Yeah,
and today it's raining.
the same thing
Oh
on this
yeah.
summer, brother. The rain, there's a heavy rainfall back home. I think, but I think it's a Saturday now already. But what are some of the trending news, or maybe some of the things that caught your attention during the day? I guess you've been following all of the internet. I don't know whether you saw the tents that have I don't know, AC hanging on it or what. Whatever.
No.
Well,
The only thing so far I just saw, I've been busy today. I just went on social media just I think 15 minutes ago, and what I saw is our Muslim brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. I think they are departing Liberia today, going for the Hajj in Mecca. And thanks to the Liberian government, and we ask for other guardians and protection upon their lives, that they should go safely, perform the Hajj, and come back safely. I think so far, and I think our president today, he left the country to Nigeria. This is the man that inherited a broken economy, but he still flying private jets here and there. That is Liberia for us. And what Mong was just talking about, yeah, the people, they have to justify their wealth, how they will get it. If the president can tell us, when you steal, no problem, just make sure you share with the Liberian people. Why you think today some Liberians are singing praises to Stanton Witherspoon? Because they felt to themselves that he stole from America, and some of them today were able to change their life. And this is why I can always tell the people, not because you will say, oh, my child's school fee, my child in the hospital, and then Aliyu Masale is there to help. Tomorrow, if you know I'm double dipping the American government and that's how I'm helping, and you will say, oh yeah, that man was doing good, you will be a fool. If I want to help, let it be my own sweat. But that is it. From representative to senator, you see, today he's justifying what they are doing in the House. And don't be surprised, 2029, these people will be re-elected. That's Liberia for us. You know, just how Mon said, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I say, let me just forget about the Liberia thing. But again, we say we just have to do what we can do. Even though people will say, oh, they are talking, what you're doing for the government, oh, they are working inside the government. The ones that will do it, if the government could listen to all, they will get on the right path. But when you surround yourself with criminals, they will tell you don't listen to those people. They are nonsense majority. So that's the bureau for us. So far, so good. That's just it. That we pray for the best one of these
wonderful.
days.
Yes, indeed, wonderful. Thank you so much, Aliu. And you just stated that the president is out of the country. For a matter of fact, for Nigeria, for celebration of I know AU or ECOWAS, and our brothers. And before they're going to be there, I think the president will be there up to maybe Thursday or so forth. After that, before coming back home and so forth. But again, my brother, you have you and that monk of your name. So today we're looking at people in politics, the way our people play politics. Are they the direct victims of all of the politics they do? All the politicians just come and maybe quote unquote use them, and after a certain time dump them, because you and Mon just stated that in fact some of them, or in fact our people, let me don't even take off anybody. They are also uh, agreeing with the politicians, or also supporting these politicians to do some of these things that they are doing. Like for example, if you go on the social media, you will see that there'll be a lot of posts about corruption, about things happening. The only thing you will hear someone saying, this thing happened in the previous government. This one happened yesterday. This one happened yesterday, and this one happening maybe they one happened the day before yesterday. So if you look at the life of our people, in fact, I think we still stand at the 8th poorest country in the world, and our people are still struggling. Every time when they're raining fall, when they're raining season, our people go through a lot with a lot of flooding and so forth, back to back poverty It's everywhere, here and there. And even the workforce, those workforce people or people who are working, they're not even able to even feed their household because of the kind of wages or the kind of little amount that they are making. And for example, we also get a report that some of them make around 142, some of them make 150, some of them make $90, some of them make $76 and so forth back to back. But again, I go back to their welfare and the politicians. 105 of our people have been given power to serve our country and our people, but every time, nothing good, nothing go on. The only thing you see is clashes, almost like the Morgan say, El Clasico between Barcelona and the Real Madrid. That's all we see here in Liberia. Either if you're not CDC attacking, it's Unity Party attacking. If you're not Unity Party attacking, it is CDC attacking. So, Monk, let me start with you, our people and politics. What say you in the midst of all of these things happening back home and the life of our people?
You know, sometimes when you try to figure it out, your physical mind cannot comprehend. That's why most of the time I can say the country is cursed with a special curse, because that's why it seems to justify, right? You know, I don't like to bring religion into politics, but sometimes you cannot separate the two, right? And when you read the book of Deuteronomy, I think it was chapter 28 and 33, where it said the foreigner shall eat the fruit of the land. Wherein when the land is cursed, the people who originated from that particular land, they are not the beneficiary. The people from outside are the one that are always giving the first preference, or they are the one that eat the best fruit of the land. That's just what seems to be happening in Liberia. And when you read the article that I was talking about from Front Page Africa about some of the direct statement made by this lawmaker, listen to what he said in one of the passages. He says, Senator Duncan went further to argue that foreign investors are getting significantly wealthier from Liberian natural resources than Liberian themselves. The so-called investment of these people that are coming here, they are not even investing, they are exploiting. It is the exploitation of our resources. We cannot barely fix our road because we don't have money. Duncan stated, everything we rely on in this country is about few taxes we generate, when we know that they, the investors, are supposed to be telling us that these logs should not be cut by a man who just bought $2 million year and become $20 million richer when he goes by cutting our law and putting on the ship. But the question you ask the senator is, who's supposed to be the watchman for the Liberian people resources? Who's supposed to set the rules for the investors, right? Who's supposed to lay the benchmark? Who's supposed to go by regulatory compliance in the country? Isn't he a lawmaker? But this is the man that is telling you that because the foreigners or the so-called investors or exploiters are getting rich over there, he's entitled to also steal too, because by virtue of the fact that he's a Liberian, that's exactly what he's saying. Even though he was elected into office to play defense and to play quarterback for the Liberian people, but yet it's a lawmaker telling you this. And Melbourne, you know, it's a symbiotic relationship. I know when you're in high school, they taught you about symbiotic relationship, you know, it's a love relationship. Sometimes you got a harmful part, but talking about the beneficiary part, right? The people themselves, that's why I keep telling you, the politicians are only playing to the tune of the voters, because at the end of the day, the voters are the one that decide. But the politicians themselves, they understand the nature of the business. Like I said, they know who they are dealing with. So for that reason, there is nothing to be afraid of, because the people who put you into office, matter of fact, they gave you license to even steal and make corruption legal. So why will a lawmaker come and do the complete opposite? So it might sound very offensive to you hearing or sitting senator saying such a thing, but then if you look at the bigger picture, you can be like, my brother, just go ahead, because that's the country we find ourselves. And it's so sad. Can you imagine? Look at that. Oh, God. Maybe when you hear me? I'm still
Yes,
on.
indeed, Mark. Thank you. Yeah. So, Brother Aliu, Mark, that photo that you seen there, here from Nima County, District number 2. You see the children?
Yeah.
Feature leader, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
These are the people that you expect to come and compete 20 years from now with their counterpart. And when you call, they will call on the show, they will attack you and myself. They will take
And
a
just
shower.
imagine, Mark, according to some information that we're getting, the principal of this school who maybe allowed the journalist to do his work after this thing was posted and so forth, the people had to dismiss the principal, and so they said that why you want to speak out, don't talk. I think that what this thing means, let our children suffer the days. What are you talking? So Monk, it's like It's like we're in severe danger because if you talk, that means the people see you as a threat to them. But again, Brother Ali, what's up? What say you with the other different politics and our people? I think you see some of the photos coming from Nimba County District number 2. That's just one of the elementary school or kind of school. See the life of our children right there.
Yeah, excuse me. Melbourne, that is Liberia for us. You see that happening. Or even this gone town during the senatorial by-election in Nimba County, you saw there was a school building that the people were telling National Election Commissioner to use because that's the government school. See the condition of that building. You see, the late Senator Johnson, he been senator in that county for a very long period of time. Now we have the present vice president. He was a senator. And some of these people even try to do for your people where you come from. So tomorrow when they say, oh, where Melbourne come from, when you call your place, then they look at your position in government, people should be proud of you. But if you can see Nimba County, where people were fighting quite recently to get Samuel Koga elected as senator, this man who stayed 13 years and he couldn't do anything in your district, today you get him as senator. Look at people's children still sitting on the bare floor. This is where vice president coming from. And now, as you said, the principal allow journalists to do that work. At the end of the day, you are getting information that he has been fired. Yes, because the people, they are happy with what they are getting, the way they are living. They are happy with their life like that. So why should you come and expose them? They want to see their children going to school sitting on the floor. They are okay with that. Like some part of last week, I saw something again. Newman, the Minister of Internal Affairs, he told 100 bags of rice, 50 gallons of oil, $500 US, and he went to distribute it to people. The people, when they come to power, they don't even say things, how to create jobs in the private sector, how to wait for the private sector to boom for other people to get jobs. Not everybody can get job in government, but they feel to themselves, or you give Melbourne, have back correct, you give him $10, he's very happy with that. Next election, he will say, oh yeah, the last time, I never even have food in my house, and a Brazilian more gave me $10, we have back correct, and they go to vote for them. You see? So Liberia people, we will never stand for ourselves. We just want to be used by those politicians. And these are people, they keep enriching themselves. Liberia is the only country I have seen people who are responsible for your poverty, the suffering you are going through, and then you stand to defend them. Today, when you go on social media, when you post any good thing about the government, you will get 50% people that with negative comment, you get 50% they will be hearing the government. That's how it's looking. When you say bad about the government, 50% support you, 50% go on the other side. So that is how the country is looking like. People are very satisfied with what they are getting, the way in which they are living to enrich other people, and then while they are suffering, and they prefer going to these people. When I was not represented, the moment you come to my house, when I even say sleeping, I will wake up. They say, Mongia to you, Mayboy here to you. Oh, yeah, what you say? Oh, you are sleeping. Oh, forget about that thing. What you say? We will say now we have conversation. The moment I'm elected representative, you cannot know. I'm sleeping. The moment I get outside, oh, hello, I'm rushing for meeting. These are the things we want to be doing. This is how we want our life to be. We should be prayer-seeking people. We should be going to people's houses. We on our knee begging them, and they are there to enrich themselves. Because you give me $5 today, when I hear somebody talking about you, I go there and cost their man. Because maybe are giving me $5. So the people feel like we are satisfied with what we are getting from them, the way we are living, so they care less about us. Like Mom always saying here, see what happened in Kenya. Those same people who elected the president, they were the same people that stand up against him because he was going against a campaign promises that he made. In Liberia, can we do that? No. We can't do it because we vote for these people. So even when they are doing wrong, we will praising them. I don't want to say, oh yes, Mayborn, why are you doing this? This is not what we expected of you. At the end of the day, people will say, hey, you the one voted for Mayborn. Even yes, I voted for him, but this is not what I voted for. So when he's doing the wrong thing, let's say it. And I will always say the electors, some of them, they are the cause of government failure. because you voted for me, even when you are doing wrong, you don't want to tell me, you will be praising me, you will be singing for me, instead of you telling me to do the right thing. So my question is, why we like get children, we always advise our children to do the right thing, because we want when they go out there, they should represent us. So if you elect a representative or senator or president when they are doing the wrong, put them on the red track, because why? You don't want to be mentioned. You should be proud of who you voted for. But that's Liberia for us, my brother. I will always say, we got a long way to go. Let's keep on trying till we get the right leader.
Yeah, thank you so quick. Let me chip in before ask this follow-up question to two of you. You know, these things are frustrating our people. Let me frank, to see children of the ages, you know, at this age of ours, right? Right now, more 4 years old, or my brother, are you 4 years old, or even 3 or 5 years old child in the US can even call 911. But all these children in there, they don't even know their parents' phone numbers and so forth. In fact, some don't even know their phone name, they don't even know their ages and so forth. So we are not doing well for our future generation. Let me be frank. To the leadership of ours, I think you got to wake up. This thing is not about politics. This is no longer politics. Everything is about politics. This is terrible for our society to see children that you claim that you love so dearly to sit on the floor. At least when there was wartime, you will say, yeah, maybe there was wartime, so no way, so that one. All of us will pass through this kind of thing because there was wartime. But you can't tell me now where Plank, you have Plank, you have Simeco, you have all these cement factories, you have everything here. You're not able to even cut the roof for government to come and put benches for our children. This is terrible. It broke me down. But again, Mark, follow-up question. Because Mark, I always listen to you. You always saying something on the show that if you gave the people 6 years, it's not only 6 years that you're giving to them.
No. Multiply by 2.
Almost 18 years among, this is what I'm saying. So the follow-up question is, these children are sitting on this floor, Monk. Their parents, once upon a time, wake up when any morning to go out there to go and vote. So is this what their parents voted for, or they sold the children future? Which one?
Well, like I said, I will always say it's up to the voters. They are not victims, they are accomplices. Because let me tell you something. They got two kind of resources. They got natural resources. That's the one you call your iron ore, your gold, your tin, or your diamond. Then you got human resources. Is the one you will invest in the people so they can come up with more idea to make the country a better place. The one thing that make Western society better than any other countries or any other society is the fact that whenever they are passing legislation, they always look at the future generation. They do government policy based on a 15 to 20 year moving average, because they look at the time they will pass a bill, they look at the implementation of the bill, they look at the result before they can tell whether they will maintain that particular idea or to scrap it if it fails. In the case of Liberia, that is why the generation ahead is always worse than the generation before, when it should be the opposite. I went to school during the war in Liberia, but even during the war, condition wasn't like this. So talking about 20 or 30 years after the war, you find yourself in this day and age, in this 21st century of ours. What make you think you can get a good student from this kind of a condition? Because you can have the talent, but the environment plays a very important role. Look at the kind of learning condition. You want to tell me that somebody better can come from this class and become someone better in society, that we can groom these kids to become the one that will be the next workforce for Liberia, to take Liberia to higher high? That will never happen, my brother. And I can't blame them. They are the kids. They have been victimized, but at the end of the day, they are all offspring of their parents. And the parents are the one that making the decision, the political decision for the country. So it can only break your heart. And you can't blame them. They are only the victim because they cannot vote. But guess what? The people who are making strategic decisions about their future, look at how the people are voting. And maybe, you know, when I was reading the article, the one that caught my imagination about this guy from Sando County, the senator, you know, it was a community land, right? 250 acres. And when this deal was signed, he was a lawmaker from district, I think it was district number 2 in Sando County, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected. But then, he was not only a witness or a facilitator, he was listed on the contract.
Well, I don't know what happening, but we're not getting Mark.
You
Mark,
hear me?
are you okay? Yes, yes. Go ahead, my brother. We're getting you now.
And like I mean to continue, I said it was a community lane, right? That was issued for logging to this company they called Insano Forest Corporation. But this Duncan, the Creighton Duncan guy at the time, he was just a representative in 2021 when they signed this agreement. And guess what? He didn't only sign this agreement to be like a witness or facilitator. No, he was listed as the chief executive officer on this particular project or this contract. And he was the only one that signed it. Can you imagine the youth president, the paramount chief, and the township commissioner? They were all listed on that document as stakeholder in that corporation. So, my brother, I don't know how we'll do this thing. I don't know whether it will be a military dictatorship that will save Liberia. Because the one thing I know, natural resources can run out. That's why people always focus in advanced country. People always focus on human resources because you can see, like typical example, you go to bombing country, right? They have companies that came to Liberia that mount all those mountains in Liberia. And at the end of the day, when they got empty, what they did, right? They packed their bag and they left. You are going to be the one to feed it. In Melbourne, the group you are looking at on this, in this photo, right? They will have children too. So look at where they are going to school. You want to believe that their children will be better than them, what you're seeing right now? And we're talking about at least 40 years. Because let's assume that the average age in this picture is anywhere between 7 to 9. Just looking at their faces and looking at their structure, right? Their physical structure. I would assume anywhere between 7 to 10. Now, let me make it 7 to 10 in that range.
Thank you. Maybe
So
10, yeah.
10 years from now, they will be in their 20s. And most of them, I know they won't go far in school because the condition won't permit it. They will drop out and they will start having kids. So it tells you that even 40 years from now, the country will still be worse off. Just looking at this picture. This picture says 1,000 words. It's not only about them. That's why I keep saying, you bring the wrong leadership.
You're right.
Yeah, when you bring the wrong leadership, you're only calculating 6 years. No, it's not 6 years. It will take you more than 2 or 2.5 times to repair the damage or the damage that will be caused within that 6 years. So for every day you bring a president in Liberia now based on the 6-year term, calculate it as 18 years. 12 years to repair every 6-year damage. So it's a 6-year, 3 term. That's how it is. But look at this, a testament to the country's future right here. So it means 20 years from now, 30 years from now, the country will always be worse off than why it is right now. And we grew up in war and we got Zogo generation. From the Zogo generation to the next group. From this group, what do you think coming next? Maybe if we can do something drastic in that country, my brother, I don't know. I cannot bet that I will see a better Liberia in my lifetime for my age now. I don't think so. Maybe it will happen.
Well, thank you, Mark. But Aliu, I don't know what say you when it comes to all of the things because I know that I always hearing you talking about, especially when it comes to the issue of labor, you're always saying that maybe every year the U.S. government can add something at least to tell the people that yes, indeed we have the future for you people. But for us here, in fact, even if we make it $75, in fact, they want to reduce it to even $50. So see the future of in fact, see our future generation, see these children, see the life of these children. They are even wearing pair of shoes, nothing, and people are walking away with thousands of dollars from their village, from their town, from their community, from their county, from their country. My brother, what say you?
Me, bon. I will always say, let's just continue to be praying, let's hold tight. Maybe one day God will resurrect Liberia. But if we keep electing a bunch of irresponsible boys and girls over and over and we want a better change, we are not going anywhere. But this happened when you check some of these people serving as representatives, senator today, some of them bend their sense of Madam Seditan, George Wiatan, up to Joseph Wakaitan. And people keep electing these same people over and over, all because Liberia, we are in a godable society. No matter what happens at the end of the day, somebody bring back a rest and you will see other people, oh, you know that our son, that our daughter, this and that. These are some of the things. You were talking about children in America, calling 911. Like my daughter was 3 years, she started going to daycare and she will be turning 5 or 4 years, she started going to regular school here. She will be turning 5 years on next Monday 5th and she will be graduating next Monday 9. You see, And my daughter, she can call me, we talk. Even sometimes when her mother wants something, say, call your father, tell him this and that. This is they can well, we cannot compare Liberia to America on anything because here the people, no matter what, they are there for us, and we too, we are there for ourselves. But for our own leaders, they only there for themselves. And this is why we always say we gave these people 6 years and they do nothing for us. So what the essence of giving these people 6 years, buying them for the 5,000 car, giving them all of the benefit allowances and paying their huge salaries. And one of the way I think Liberia we are going to move forward is this thing about those useless standing positions. We had to cut them off, cut off these benefits and things. There are a lot to do. If we really want Liberia to go forward, we need a leader that will really come and do some changes. But anybody that come, we say, oh, this person is good. At the end of the day, the people that you surround yourself with that cannot look at you and tell you they fight, they are the one that will spoil you, and there is nothing you can do. You can take meat from here, you take person the Saros from here, and then you carry them to Liberia to work in your government. When you do mess, we are going to tell you. You like it, you fire me, I come back, I can still work in America. But if you take those people that get prostrate bags hanging on them, those good for nothing hustlers, then you take them from here, you carry them to Liberia. Why do you think they can't disagree with you? Anything you do, at the end of the day, they will say that Mayborn government. They will not say that Mon government, that Masale government. These are some of the things. When you people try to reach out to people who had a vision, who are developmental oriented, people who you know that they can come to help change the country. Don't reach out to hustlers. They get people in Liberia, they get people all around the world. But just because I would like blue t-shirt or like green t-shirt, even when I'm not qualified for the job, you're going to give it to me because of party affiliation. These are some of the things that make our government, our country, we are not going anywhere. As I said the last time in America here, the moment the government see how things are looking, citizens are crying for hardship, they will say, no, we have to step up the minimum wage for our people. But Liberia, all the crying are going on. Who get time for us? Nobody get time. The people, they are still there. Every money that come to the country, 80% go to lawmakers, government officials, 20% go to the citizen. And when you pay them $100, they are happy. You pay them $125, you pay them $75, $90, they are happy. They are there singing for these people. So what you want them to do? These people are making $90, $75, $150. They're singing for the people. They go on social media. Some of them will soon call here to defend the government, to even sell cause. You see? And one thing I observed, some people now, that's their source of income. You call here, you cause. When you go to Monk office, you get you $20. You go to Mayborn office. And at the end of the day, the end of the month, when you collect like $20, $25, you get up to $150, $200. So why? You will continue calling on social media platform to insult people or to defend the government because you know that's how you're making your own life. So these are some of the reasons. People who suffering, you're there to defend them, to cause other people who are trying to put their feet to the fire to do the right thing. So as I said, let's continue trying till God can rescue Liberia, but we are not going anywhere if we keep getting people to sell for 6 years, 9 years, giving them thousands of dollars. We are not going anywhere. This thing has to be cut down.
Yes, indeed. Let's continue to work hard, like you are saying, my brother, because you know the children in the morning time, maybe somebody will go up, maybe in their home and ask for their mom or their dad or their mother and father. They say, for example, where your mom or your dad go? Oh, they go vote. You know, oh, they go vote. No, you know, these children will be thinking is that my parent going out there to vote for my future. But again, the same parent, like you are saying, I think you're right, though. The same parent, they're selling their feet. In fact, their future they already finished. They already getting small thing for their own future. Then they take the children's future and just dump it anyhow, anyway, and you know that kind of way that maybe someone. By the time they see the children, say no. But then they like party. I can pay maybe high money, give me little or nothing. That's what they're doing because if you care for yourself and your children, how much is $76 US? How much is $150 USD that you're making? That Brother Ali just stated that you insulting people on the social media. Sometimes let me be frank, Brother Ali, you're right. I follow most of them. I see their comments. I see their reactions. I see everything from them. sometimes I shed tears. Like, wow, are you insulting people just because of little or nothing? So are you insulting people or what? What's the reason for which that you're insulting people? Just because they are talking about the ills in society? Let me tell you, quickly before two of you come on, William V.S. Statement built the executive mansion, built the Capitol building, and built, in fact, did a lot of works here in Liberia. But when that day come, Liberia can complain, William V.S. Statement spent 27 years, nothing you do. But who burned the Capitol building? It's the current generation. The current generation burned the Capitol building. But every time we don't don't do nothing. So, Monk, quickly, do you think, or maybe Liberia may likely graduate, or do you think that things will really change? Because nothing is changing. It's like, in fact, we're in a wilderness and everything just going back and forth. Either it's El Clasico, you see Seditian accuse him, the party, or the party people accuse him, maybe CDC. Where are we going as a country, Monk? Because in the midst of all of these things, the children suffer and the country also suffer.
Well, the fact of the matter is we are all victims. They are the worst victims among all, because at the end of the day, you got to set the foundation for children to grow up. Some of us would never have the best upbringing like bro, but I can tell you our time, even during the war, situation was much better than what it is now, and the country doesn't seem to be moving forward. So I can feel for the one that doesn't have the ability to vote, because it's one thing when you can vote and you make wrong decision, but then when you vote and make wrong decision only to impact the people that are not in the position to vote, then it becomes like a double punishment. That's what we see. Look, that's what we are looking at. This particular photo you got on the screen. That is it. They cannot vote, and the people who are making decisions for them are only making things worse. One of the biggest myths you can buy into in presidential politics, that when you go into the ballot to cast your ballot, that you are voting for yourself. No, you are not voting for yourself. You are voting for future generation, and that's exactly what you see. You are seeing on the screen. This photo, it tells you the next 15 years, the next 20 years, the next 25 years. I would say up to the next 40 years, because a decade from now, the kids that I'm looking at, they will be old enough to have kids too. So I'm talking about 30 to 40 years from now. And this thing is all over the country. It's not only restricted to one county or one congressional district, especially the leeward counties. This thing, they are like standard operating procedure, whether it's Bone County, Nima County, the Southeast. Matter of fact, the Southeast, I think even worse because the access to road connectivity. So it makes the problem even bad off. It's even worse off. My thing here is, I don't know. I cannot bet on the country's future to say, oh, maybe if we are lucky, if we can get someone better who can take at least a decade to turn the situation around. But the trajectory, I'm not even optimistic about the next election. That's the thing. So even though I know the other 6 years, it will be like a waste, like the previous 6 years, I'm looking at 5 years from now. It won't even get better. I know that the people, the way how our people vote, what I just witnessed recently in Nima County, I can bet you 100%. I can even double my bet that the situation will not get better even 5 years from now. And guess what? 2029. Then look at these people. Take a closer look at these people you are seeing this in the photo here. What do you think is going to happen if they start voting now? How can you bet that they will even make better decisions? Look at their class environment. They look at the environment alone. Look at their face. Look at their posture. If you're a teacher, maybe, or see that one, Jebo. If you're a teacher, right, and you walk into this classroom, I'm talking about patriotic teacher that really want to see your country make progress. They alone will suck your passion away from you, from even trying to teach. So you will do it just because you have to do it. But at the end of the day, you cannot place a bet on the kids that when they leave from this classroom, there is a better future for them out there. And when they start voting too, how can you expect them to make better choices for the country if all the people who are making the decision now are even destroying them one after another? My brother, we were talking our own just to be on the record for history's sake, but I can tell you, man, I don't want to sound like a pessimist here, but the reality is the future for Liberia is just bad off. It's not going to get better anytime soon. And I'm talking about decades moving into the future, except something dramatically happen, something out of the ordinary. But if we get talking about the ballot box and people casting the ballot based on competency or leader who will transform that country, no, I'm not going to bet on that. But the future is the future. I cannot read a crystal ball to tell you exactly what's going to happen. But I know with absolute certainty that the chances of us turning the corner, no, they are very slim. So that's all I can say for now. It's just sad. And it's happening every day, not only from this particular photo we are looking at here. I'm talking about in every aspect of the society, whether it's education, whether it's healthcare, whether it's about government policy that will make us better, whether it's about making good use of the resources. I just don't see it. And who's going to come to usher in? I don't think it will come from the ballot box. I can bet on that. I don't know what will happen, what the future holds again, but I know the transformation of Liberia can never come from the ballot box because the tribal sentiment, the religious sentiment, the people who want to make sure that other people stay in poverty for the rest of their life because they believe it benefits them. No, they are too much in number. And the people with good intention for that country, I know they are Liberians with good intention. The question is, how many of them are available to change the outcome of an election, to bring about somebody who will try to turn the corner? I don't see it happening. So I'm not betting on the democratic process. No, I'm not placing a bet on that, Mabel. Stop there. Mr. Masale, you can take over from there if you want to. Chime in before we go for the news break, but I think I stopped there for now.
Oh, maybe I'll go for the news break.
Oh no, he gave us signal. Yeah, maybe apparently he might be doing that, but until then we'll stay on the radio until they give us signal.
Yes. Just what you said, this photo we see here is across the country. Yes, it's across the country. It's happening everywhere. Like just 2 weeks ago, I sent my team to do some assessment somewhere to send some supplies there. And similar thing, I saw children are still wearing combination, going to school. Like you said, everyone all went to school during the wartime. I didn't wear combination to go to school, and I didn't even see any of my schoolmates wearing combination. We all went to school during the war, and what we are seeing today, it is just quite unfortunate because I think during our days, we the ones supposed to be sitting on floor like this, wearing combination, going to school. You get try see everything tuned up, but we didn't. And the kind of modern age and time we are in today, we see this thing happening in our country. I don't know where are we heading to as a nation, you see, because like you said, they have some good people who get the mind, the vision to transform that country, to make Liberia to be a better place. But because they are in minority, and those people who are there to just destroy the country, they are in majority. So that's why I don't think our country is going to be a better place. Maybe 2065 or 70, maybe our children, great-grandchildren, they will be the one to do that. Because for this generation that we see right now, what we see happening in the country, we don't think Liberia is going to be a better place anytime soon. You see, because maybe by that time, 2060, 2065, those with the mindset to transform the country, they are going to be in majority by that time. But for now, they are in minority. Yep. And when you try to change things around, those people, as they always say, majority carry the rule. They are going to step on you, and you don't have no voice. You see, these are some of the things. But Liberia, as I always say, we're too old to be backward like this. And I don't know where we're going to get leaders that will put the interests of the country above their own personal interests. When are we going to get representatives, senators that will say, oh no, let's try to change this country? But because people feel to themselves those benefits, those huge salaries, everything that they're getting, so everybody, just now when they say election, you see 25% running for one district in Liberia because they feel that's the only way that they can survive. You see, nobody think about going to private sector. Nobody think about putting money in private sector. Everybody want government job. So if you're doing government job, they even say pay you 150, 125. You will say, okay, thank God. Some of my friends, they are not even say getting that. Like I said the last time, just say, look at yourself. How old am I? And look at your children. And just think for 1 second, why if I die tonight, looking at the kind of country, what becomes of my children tomorrow? Just sit for 1 minute and think on that. But today, people don't care. They only after what they are getting right now, they are not even thinking about their own children's future. How many Liberians today, you think we the Liberians, if we're really looking at our children and we put ourselves aside, looking at my age now, I don't think about myself. in this country. I only think about my children. If we had Liberians back home that could just look at their children and only focus and think about their children, what will become of my children tomorrow? They kind of life we live in. If I continue like this, maybe I die today, tomorrow. What become of my children? Put the interests of your children first now. The unborn generation, your children, your grandchildren to come. Let Liberia really sit and think on that. But because I know representative, more director, more minister, more I can go there. I get 1 or 2 saying I can't. Oh yeah, I mean, go there eat. That's all I know. The children they are eating. I'm not thinking about the future. And this is the mindset we have back home. In as much as I able to give my woman 150, 200, she go drive me and the children we eat today. We are not sleeping with hunger.
Yeah, we okay.
Yes, they go to school, they sit down on floor, this and that. I care. You see, in as much as bringing 50, 150, she cooking, driving my children, not sleeping with hunger. The people, they are not thinking about these children's future. You see, education that one of the gift you can ever give your child. That's the best thing we can give our children. To see children like they stay sitting on floor. We are not into crisis. Nothing in the country is normal. At this modern Asian time, children are sitting on the floor. Like the one my guys then sent me when they were on setting assessment in Bome County. When I saw it, I was like, what? You see the children, my brother, with recommendation slipper, you see that trouser and everything. Too long. Some person, some of them, they only get one button on the shirt, holding onto it, walking, going to school. You get representative and you from that district, you get senator from that county. These people, they don't care because why? Our fathers, our mother who go to vote those people to elect them into offices, they don't care. They are only there because that my brother here, he go up man, oh that my auntie saw this and that. That's all they after. So our people, they are not even thinking on the future of their children tomorrow. If they were thinking on this thing, they will vote wisely and they will know what to do better for themselves. Because you have to benefit yourself before you benefit someone else. If you benefit yourself, you think you want to benefit someone, hell no, that's not going to happen. You see? And this is where we are today as a nation, Liberia. And you know, just as you said, sometimes you wake up and you see something happening in the country, you will just say that me forget about the country. The people there, they are not really serious. But again, we can't give up. As you said, we will do our own to be on the record tomorrow. So one day people will say, you used to say this thing, but we didn't listen to it. We didn't take it. And some people will be like, you're in America, whole day you're talking what you're doing. Even the one we're talking here, but some of you take it to be nonsense because you're supporter of government. So what we say here, it sounds stupid to you. You see, we should only come and praising the government. When the government do the right thing, oh yes, we're going to congratulate them. We will say thanks because why? When they are doing the right thing to move our country forward, yes. Like I saw certain thing on the social media, I think Hotel Africa is the government, they coming to see after Hotel Africa or investors are coming to face that place. When I saw it, I said, oh yeah, that will be good. If that could only happen, it will be better for our country. You know, say Hotel Africa got damaged how many years? And today again, I saw another tour they were making around. They coming to put overhead bridge and thing. Okay, this I think we want to see. When the government do it, we will be happy. You see, when they do the right thing, we will not cover it, we say it. But when they do the wrong thing, and this is why the government continue to fail. Because people don't want you to say the wrong about the government, only the right thing. You see, when you say the wrong about the government, then you hate the government. And when you criticize the government, it doesn't mean you hate the government. You're only trying to put them on track. You see, when they do the right thing, you say it. The same thing happened during the previous administration. People were praising King George, we had this and that to do it. And he 1-term president. And the same thing, President Baka will be a 1-term president. That's the same thing. Because in as much as you just came to enrich yourself, you get time for the people and people who surrounds you, they can tell you, oh yes, Monk, this one you're doing is not good. They are there to praising you because when they tell you say it's not good, you fire them. And they have no more source of income besides our job. So that is the reward for us.
Ali, here is my thing. What you just said, here is my thing, right? We are 177 years, and in life, your age is supposed to justify the kind of a fruit that you produce. So technically, we are right now running behind the average country. I would say not all the countries, but the vast majority of the country in Africa. Let's say we are behind by at least 50 years. It's one thing to be behind, and it's one thing to be playing catch up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the case of Liberia, we are not even trying to play catch up.
At
That's
all.
the problem. At least, my brother, and here's the thing: if some people call it development, for me, I got a whole different thing when it comes to development, especially when it comes to a government policy that will impact people on a massive scale. The how I see policy and how I see government is, I'm not talking about pet project. I appreciate Hotel Africa. As a matter of fact, I live around that area at a certain point in my life, around that Virginia, that overhead bridge, that reggae fee era. I live over there in that Virginia area. Okay, revamping Hotel Africa is not a bad thing. But how many kids are going to get impacted if you are going to put money in Hotel Africa as opposed to making good chairs and building good classroom all over the country? I want to see policy. For me, that's how I classify development, right? I want to see policy that will be impacted all over the country. If we increase teacher salary nationwide, everybody will get impacted, right? It will somehow improve the outcome or the input from the teachers, right? In terms of the educational standard. If you say you are building a healthcare facility, or you coming up with a healthcare plan or some kind of a policy that will impact the clinics and the various hospitals in the country, people will get impacted. I'm not talking about you build one NPA headquarters, you do one Hotel Africa pocket. I am talking about, like, I think, typical example, let's take for Burkina Faso, even though they are one of the poorest countries, but we can see that transformation, right? This guy is talking about building 50 some of facilities all over the country in every region. That's why you call development. That's how we classify development. I'm talking about a project that we have or that will send shockwave throughout the entire country. If you say you want to invest in agriculture, then it should be like a national policy in all 15
all of the 15 counties.
Then that way you can say, I'm trying to get to food security. I want to reduce the cost of rice, because that's a policy that is being implemented all over the country. And then when you can pay one, okay, you repair Hotel Africa, or let's say you revamp Hotel Africa. Okay, that's a good thing. But the question is, how many kids in Liberia will have access to Hotel Africa in their lifetime?
No.
So at the end of the day, you want for a guy like me to sit here and tell you, oh, the government doing well? No, I don't think so. That's not how I see it. And our people, the way how we abuse that country, they make it seem like if to say we get another duplicate Liberia sitting in a cartoon somewhere, that when we destroy the one, we will go and bring it and just replace it. Because that's what happened all over the country. And the senator said it right. You exploiting the country, every resources, you are not getting enough tax incentive or revenue in the form of taxes to make a major impact in this country. When you look at all the concession agreements in Liberia, from logging to mining to diamond, all this stuff, when you see the contribution to the budget, can be like, but then why are we giving the resources out? Because it pales in comparison to how much is leaving the country as opposed to how much the government is generating in the form of revenue. Look at that company in Grand Cape County. Have you seen? There was a guy that had a drone footage, right? He had a drone. He flew the drone over that facility, my brother. The destruction that is being caused in that Cape Man forest from that company, how they call it, that mining company. You will want cry for the country, bro. But then when you look at how much they are contributing to the budget in terms of taxes or what the government is generating, are you telling me it's because of the peanut that these guys are literally destroying our entire ecosystem?
The problem for King John Mong, the whole processing plan where they baking, they go everything. I was the material controller for that project from start to end. Okay, I work with a company called Infrastructure and Ingenuity. We did that work during the entire coronavirus time, Ebola rather, during the Ebola time. Yes, Madam Sedi used to go there. She used to go and spend 2-3 days in Grand Cape County, where at Camp David. She used to be there with those white people. You see that? And she told us, Ebola will not come here, you continue your work. We used to be on site. You see, I was the material controller for that project. I worked with one Ghanaian, they call him Market Blazer. He was my boss. I was the deputy to him. And when we got you with the project at the streaming building, that was the first area the chopper used to let to take the mineral. Okay, the machine will bake that in the gold room and they will put it in boxes. When the chopper ready to come, when you see that pay as if to say that war front,
you will see they are gold.
Yeah, you will see armed men. Those guys, they are standing with the gunshot, everything wrapped around them. Just how you can see people on the road front standing, they turning to the bush till that chopper can land. Those guys will go in the gold room. They hold the buses of gold. Just how you see people running with ammo.
Yeah,
They put it
run
on
to
the
the
chopper.
helicopter, the ticket.
Okay, and then the chopper pick up. At that time, it was right behind the screening building. That's where they feel the chopper used to land. Later on, going to Old King George because they relocated the town. So going to Old King George, they built a spring feed there. And that's where now the jet can just land. People, they go to straight to Europe. So that whole area, like right now, you see, I work over there from there. I even said work in the mine. After we got you with the whole processing plant, everything, and I started working up the mine, I drain and blast a system. We used to do the blasting because the mineral are in King George, that blasting they carry on. When we run that whole chemical, when we blast the whole granite upside down. If you go down there, you see, when you enter the gold room, when you see what is leaving from King George, I was a material controller. All Liberian people know only gold is taking for King George, but I installed 5 agitators at the gold room for 5 different minerals that live in the country. You see? And our Liberian government, they know all of these things. You see? So when you go King George today, see the people live there and see the kind of mineral that living from there, you will not believe it. Like you were saying, if you are paying teachers good salary, this is why our education system is messed up in the country. Because you pay teacher $100. So you will see one teacher had to teach to 2-3 schools just so he can be able to live. He need to pay rent, he need to feed his family. You see, teacher give you pamphlet all the time. They only kind of pamphlet they go. Look at the health sector, look at LDEA, look at the immigration. All of these people have been underpaid. And you only get 105 people that control the whole country and they just getting rich. You see, the masses are suffering. These are some of the things you think you are paying teacher good salary. How many teachers you will see going to 2-3 schools? Today, just now you go JFK, you go do donation, you get them medical supply for the hospital. In 1-2 weeks now, everything finished. Everybody carrying it to the various pharmacy and thing. But you think you are paying the nurses good salaries. Who will get time to be taking medicine from the hospital to carry to the drugstore? These are some of the things. You see, because people are being, if you want to stop corruption or to minimize it a little bit, because you can't get rid of corruption. Even the America will sit in. But Liberia, our own is just raw. Increase teacher salary, nurses, the police, LDEA, all those people in the immigration. You will not see people coming in your country illegally. Every day we say that we talk about Burkinabe, entering Nima, entering Zreju, all of these things. How you think they are entering? They get those immigration officers, they are bribed at the various borders. But you think you even paying them something good. At least they will be able to protect the borders.
Yeah, so thank you. I just wanted to inform you that we're back after the news bulletin, and we sincerely apologize that due to some technical glitches, we were able to bring the news live on the platform. But again, we moved. Thank you, and thank to you and Monk also who are listening behind the scene. And so continue. Sorry, I just wanted to inform our audience.
Yeah, thank you. So these are some of the things. Once you are not paying these people good salaries, expect this thing to happen. I'm an immigration officer over there. You pay me $100. Somebody bringing Burkinabe. So yeah, my man, they make it $300 across, my man. It's a sure way. Language will come in. They see things. Sometimes, how you think drugs coming into the country? It is only by the mercy of God. Sometimes they knock these people down, but you are underpaying people who you say they should protect drugs from coming to the country. Looking at teachers, you pay them $150, you pay them $100. At the end of the day, they had to teach to 2-3 schools. Why you think police are harassing motorcyclists, keke ralo, taxi driver, all in the street? Because they are being underpaid. You see? And these are some of the things. When are we going? This is just an old age problem in the country. Any government come, nothing they can do for the people. And these people, they are so happy on what they are giving them. So these people today will not pay attention to them. Police officer happy with $150 because like one of my friend, he was doing co-business, and when the government came in, his woman was working, they pull her down. So the whole business had to go down. Because while everything, the woman that was bringing little source of income, there is nothing coming from her. So he called me that he want to go and join police. I said, why? He said, my man, Then when I join police, I will survive. They kick men that how what men doing there. I say no. And I was able to help you with $100. I say go back on your core business. Every day he went, oh my Sally, anytime you see somebody come in there, also we can post some things together. He went back on your core business, and his business had even grown more than before. You see, these are some of the things. This government just came to power. You sweep inside, they pull you out. You getting rid of sweeper. Why you think the hardship is increasing in the country? These people that are even making that $100, $75, they were okay with it. But today you put every one of them down. How do you expect them to survive? So the hardship will continue in the country.
Wonderful. How do you expect them to survive? And so forth. If you just joining us, this is the SKTV show, the Tuesday edition, and we have Mark. I was stuck in one other video of yours. Let me see what I can play the video. I think you tag me in this video, and that's
DJ Roger. That's what I'm saying. In Monserrado County of all places too.
Indeed, yes, indeed. So that play it. That came to my mind. I said, no, I think Mo tag me in one of these situations.
Hello, like you see for yourself.
Yes, I know Cruiserville or somewhere.
Just see for yourself.
Oh my God.
So this era is a planet completely. This era is a planet completely. And the folks at the Ministry of Education will make you believe or to believe that in every nooks and corner, every village or town or villages or chiefdom in our country, education is top notch. But look at it. Look at this structure. I'm smelling feces. Yeah, the stench. This is where our young generation, the people who are supposed to take leadership of this country, this is where they come from. So and just show on that side. Get that. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. There will come in another, there should be another class. You can see on the wall ABCD. So show it. Yeah. The Minister of Education, fellow Liberians, is a shame. But I leave it to you. Let's go in here.
That Cheesemanburg in Monserrado County there, public school.
It's another class. Abandoned. With the millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, they sit in Morovia. They ride those big SUVs. And you see them pretending. What is going on with Jaso Jala, the Minister of Education? I'm sure she lives in the States. She was in the States. And they won the election. And they brought that lady to another place here. I mean, the building is just totally in ruin. But they're supposed to be a public school under the Ministry of Education. Wow. So there's a hand pump over there. Let's go behind.
Maybe when I ate it again. Yeah. I think you're muted, bro.
So again, hopefully on tomorrow we're going to play the full video. But again, that's it. People and politics and people. Every time you call, all parties are interest. So where is your interest now? You just listen. and more, just right here in the nation capital. It's cool.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Monserrado County, yeah, Cheesemanburg, Lower Monserrado County.
Right, Monserrado. Most of these people,
District 17, now where your DJ Blue from? Like district there.
Yes, District 17, you are correct.
Yeah.
Monserrado County, public school. But most of them, look, these people, they own private schools. Yep. They get their own hospitals. They have their own clinics. What kind of country are we building? Are we building?
Prince Johnson University, Thomas Fala University, South Johnson University. But the state-owned university, you see it like
zero.
You need to take part from the fire. Take all the pain, all the mold.
Even at the age and time, you call school, university, or even college, and people are still sitting on the kind of hardcore chair, the kind of chair that even has sponge. For what reason? So then what kind of change will come in the mind of these people? If somebody going to school at that level and the person still sitting, even throwing chair from class to class. But again, like Ali and Mo said, some of us, we worship these politicians just because we feel that we want little or nothing from them, just because we feel that they are our godfather. What godfather business come from in Liberian politics? Well, Monk, I just leave it at that because I think by 7:30 we're going to go to the line to interact with our people. But for me, I think it is indeed interesting that our politicians, they are of no help to our people, and our people themselves.
They are no help to themselves.
Good. Because, Monk, if you go on the social media, you see these people, you'll be thinking, even now, by the time you open the line, somebody will say, no, John Wiata, he tried, but he not make it. No, not just oh my God,
Maybe, you know what can really catch my attention when some of these stories come out in any normal society, the kind of a public outrage, it will force the politician to start opting up their game. In the case of Labrador, that's why I say almost like a waste of time, like a waste of energy and resources. The people believe that everything happening in the country is acceptable. And you cannot make a change when you think that everything is acceptable. You got to get to the place where you say, you know what, there are certain things that are unacceptable that we won't stand for. And these things happen all over the world in other countries. I can remember the last time when the protest went on in Puerto Rico, right? It was just because the governor sent an inappropriate sexual text message with sexual content. More than 400,000 people joined the street demanding that he resign. I don't say still. I'm just talking about a governor, because a governor almost like he's the president for the state on the state level in the federal, in a federal system. Just an inappropriate text message with new photo, and you think that people can go to the central bank, the finance ministry, and steal millions, and when those information come to the public, people are like they ain't yeah, and then they will call and attack you in studio for even bringing out such information. So why make you think that a politician will even think about doing what is better, in respect of your political or affiliation, whether you're from Liberty Party or Cities or Unity Party? The question is looking at the future of the country. How does it even benefit you, irrespective of who is in power, just looking at what's happening in the country? And you want us to sit here and believe that the country will miraculously turn around and become better. But bon, like I said yesterday, you don't plant, the reason you plant seeds so you can eat fruit. Nothing happened in this life by magic. That's why the guys in the call cause and effect. Maybe you may not be aware of the soul, but everything that happened in this world, it was someone that triggered one action on one side before you get the other action on the other side. That's just a natural law in life. If you don't plant seeds, you will not eat the fruit. So the idea that Labrador will become better by magic, no, it's not going to happen. And we can see it every day. You just show. The one was in Nima County. This one is in Monserrado County, where 90% of the action in Liberian happens. That's the microcosm of the entire country, Monserrado County, because it's the most industrial. That way you got all the government institutions in Monserrado County. Look at what's happening. And so what do you think happening in Grangy there, or Riverside, or Sano? Your children condition are 10 times worse. And you want me to believe that we will do better as a country 20 years from now? That's wishful thinking. That's blind optimism. That's stupidity at a higher level. I don't want to say it because we're on radio, but it can paint the heart so much that sometimes you can just end up losing it. That's just why it is. Except you're now a patriotic.
And Mon, you are correct. Before I cross over quickly to Brother Ali for Ali 1 minute so that we can go to the line. Because Mon, these things are all painful, and all of us as people, we are going through all of these things. But like you just stated, my brother, when you talk, they want to attack you. Like, okay, so you want us to remain silent so that the people can continue to enslave you? That's what you want? Because Monk, I don't see no sense that, for example, if I'm able to support Party A, and maybe Party A was giving opportunity to set, and Party A not perform, and you want me to come here, me waste my time and my energy, and can't be pressing the Party A, look, all of you who in this kind of thing. And Monk, I just, in fact, somebody called me, the person, oh, maybe because of the interview the feature with marketeers, in fact, the person said, I think the government do they send out PR to go do, some counter what. So the person was telling me, some of the market people were saying that, oh, and I don't know, at least the government try, man. You are the government say, what? The person said, but I was saying on the videos that the marketer was saying that
yeah, can you imagine? The people that are being affected the most, the one that will call on the show tell that they only selling for breadcrumb for the Lebanese people, they will defend that the government is doing better. But then who are we to say otherwise?
And Monk is sorry for. Let me just say is it Monk is sorry for. That's why a positive here it will increase it, because some of you out there today who even listening today, you will be thinking, the other person that they not cross over, because the reason why people will cross over is that because you people depend on also, because mind you, the constitution said the power is in you.
Yeah,
you step back and support these politicians, then you want for able to say, oh, to do what? So that's why you see most of the people, they are crossing back to back. And more, the politicians, what they're doing now, all of them, they're regretting that for voting for CDC. Because Joseph Boka get a job.
Yeah.
By the time Joseph Boka move from power, they'll be regretting.
Yeah, that's what we should be doing for intending to. That's just exactly what they want you to do. Yeah.
Remember that I did 1 minute here, so we can go to the land to interact with our people.
Yeah, maybe that's it there. In as much as those people who are the cause of our suffering, and the people who suffering us, we are living in poverty, we dying, we sleeping with hunger. In as much as we are praising these people, that's how we're going to be. Like what you say about the government sending people out there. Yes, it is happening. For example, I know Mayborn supported the Unity Party, and Mayborn said it in the market and call you overnight. Oh, the general will come tomorrow. Make sure you say something good. Okay? Then you say yes. Because you know you're coming to get something. So that's how they are doing it. They are stage managing it. Like one other guy, they can call and say, Honorable Makula, I can see HON to him. One Makula. He's the one he's engaged into that thing that you're talking about. Even the project in Bapolu that Mo Ali said they went the water facility that the president went to dedicate. When I sent journalists there, when they brought that story out, it wasn't easy. People started attacking, people started. He the same Makula Kimo again to come and go stage manage things. I don't really know. You think you're helping the government? You're not helping the government, because if the government is failing and people are saying it, and then you stage manage people to come and say, oh yeah, these people, they lie. You see, that's Liberia. Let it be doing the hello.
Aliu?
Yeah, I think Aliu is off.
All right. So 0770-203125. That's the number to call. Liberia, for politics and the people and politics. Today's caller, good evening. David King.
Let me say good evening to the rest of the panelists on the show this evening. Mabon, this is David King, and I do join you from my residence. You see, Mabon, it is quite pathetic, for you guys to have always sat on your Vera platform, try to flag the burning issues that we face with in the country. And you being the advocate for us, and people will come and stage manage some people for them to speak the opposite to what you've been seeing, even though it is a reality that you're talking about. But because people always want crumbs for their own advertisement and put the interest of the general public at risk, because I think they're doing that. Everybody know the reality. Look, people in Liberia have turned to a walking talking country. You see, sometimes you see 4 grown men walking in the street, talking by himself, pointing finger, doing all kind of things. I saw one lady the other day on the Puebla Road. That lady was talking pointing finger and all the kind of things. Like, hey man, what really problem the lady? But I understand a hard time in the country is not easy. So for people to be in the market and be journalists, quote unquote pro God.
All right. So this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Somebody,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get it.
Yes, we're getting you loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. A concern is going to even taking microphone to the market peers and asking as to whether conditions of thinking in terms of life status and probably people coming on the other end saying, oh yeah, everything's doing well. The phases of Liberian is fully well known as to whether development is sufficient or good governance is inconsistent. And more precisely, I just want to register something to the attention of the former regime speaker, current speaker now. Those testimonies given in West Point I had by himself, no one pushing to say what he had to say. It requires regular common attention to call him and to know why he has established the republic into what happened in the past. No apologies and our apologies will be accepted by the Liberian. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear brother. We may even look at that tomorrow, the reason why they burned the Capitol building. Hello to this caller, good evening.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening to you.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Let me say good evening to all of the panelists. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kewu. I come from Jacob. So I listen to the different talking points. So somebody said people walking on the street, talking about themselves, what we call soliloquy and so forth. Yes, they have to do so. And the reason is very simple. The reason you see people talk because the state was looted in the last 6 years of the former regime. People got rich at the extent of the ordinary people. Every sector was broken down. Everything that belongs to the people was stolen by those former officials of the past regime.
So I ask you, hello, please. And I want you to say I cut you off. Don't come here with all kinds of things just because you want to divert the entire show. Please. If they call you, hello. You have the power to persecute people. Don't come here with like Cindy talking here. We're not here for plenty complaint and here and there, please. So just go straight, yes. Don't go straight to that, please.
So, Ali said, yes, when you make comments or criticize the government, people come after you. Ali, you have to respect people, and associations. Everybody will not support the same side. We are supporting the government, the United Party, we do have a convention and passion. We are not beggars in the street begging officials of government to call on radio or to defend the government. We owe it to our country. When there are developments in the country, we should all stand up and praise the government. When it's necessary to criticize and critique, we can do so. So you cannot look down on people. Honestly, you don't have other brigade or response defense team here. Those who do it, they do not have their own convention. I'm saying this because I'm one of the regular foreign defending the government on all platforms.
All right, thank you. But you can't be defending in a form and man the way you want to. You can't be having the power in your hand and you be crying for who to go persecute. I don't argument now. Let's say argument. Keep a calls coming 077 203125. You have power. Then you crying up and down like you don't have power. Almost like get water. Let's open your eye. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mabel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mabel. Mabel, once again, this is our day of discussion for Omega Market and legacy of former President Weah. Mabel, I will say to this, many thanks to you guys every day for enlightening our mind. But Mabel, you see, the people that are in leadership, this particular government, Mabel, is very stubborn. All the way you people continue to teach, they continue to be in the heads of our government officials, Mabel, they can't live. Mabel, every day we wake up from bed, we listen to the rate we have of corruption. Very frustrating in this country now, Mabel. Then imagine today I will listen to another station, Mabel, in terms of 48 million, maybe, in terms of final minister and ARA bought to go and get account. Mabel, you see the kind of thing? 1.5 million, he will be there for 8 million, maybe, the terms of 2 parties. Mabel, you see the kind of thing, the full reason why in the country, come and see Omega Market is there already taking over the market now. They're just driving for the market. Then they foreign intervention in Omega Market because they said that former president we are project. You see the kind of thing that happening? There are 2 parties talking about $48 million they're taking a cabinet.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Today's caller, good evening. Yes, go ahead.
How you doing?
Well, we find though, thank God, anyway.
If our talk show host, if our panelists, like President Monk, like Steve, and Mr. Cannon, and like you, or how to stick down, for 6 months, my topic will be the people instead of the government. I will rationalize 6 months because for me, in public administration, you know why Europe in America is doing better? Because the society, the people that come from the society emerge into government. They turn president, they turn representative, they turn minister, they turn director. They didn't take people from space or from Pluto. Then society is where the trouble is. If you have election 2029, you want now all 73 representatives. You take one new batch of 73. They're not coming from Israel. They're not coming from Las Palmas in Spain. They will be from Liberia. That new 73, you take out the 73 representatives that they you put in new 73. The fact that they're from the community, the fact that they're from the society, and that society were not upright. That society weren't developed. That society weren't programming. They didn't formulate that, so they didn't enhance into quality leadership and honesty. You'll get us in trouble. If I had I would find a time to I don't know.
Thank you, my dear. In fact,
and direct it to the society. It's not the government, it's the society that has the trouble.
Indeed. Thank you so much. In fact, like,
before the cats.
You get it. Yeah, thank you, Louis. In fact, you get the entire discussion, man. Thank you so much. I like the way you can understand things. There are a lot of people calling back for different. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor. How are you today?
We okay, thank God. Go ahead.
My name is Mabuse. I'm calling you from problem. I only called to talk about recklessness today. The issue of recklessness, especially, I've been reading today in the paper and listening to the radio, and many people are saying the government statement against Edwin Melvin Snow is a reckless statement, which is really, really true because they added something to his statement that is not correct. But equally so, Snow's statement also was a reckless statement. Not forget about the government. You cannot be wearing your clothes and then you say the clothes is stink or you didn't take out the clothes. That's a reckless statement. So the both of them, so today, the recklessness is just for this week. So I just want to let you know that recklessness is on both sides of this.
All right, thank you so much. Charles Cooper, Charlie, good evening, my dear brother. Hello. We gotta get a long way to go in the country. I swear, Monk. Hello, Charles. Man, you made yeah, man. How do I be talking Charles from boy? Anyway, to this caller, good evening. Yeah, man. What kind of country be this? Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Philip.
Go ahead, people and politics. I think you've been listening to us.
Yeah, I called from Grandmother District 1 from Mount Phillips. I'm calling from the village.
Thank you so much for joining us from your village.
Yeah, I want to tell Monk, thank you for your analysis. I listened to him. It's like, I know he's a teacher. Because if he explain you get it in depth, you say it from both sides, from past regime and to the present regime. But what I want to say, from our community, we are the victim also of all the things that have been happening. Moreover, when it comes to the resource. From when I'm speaking for people, I think, I'm a mine here. The mine, the gold, the mine, the diamond, and the laws are all golden. But because I tell you that if you see the community that we live, you see the eyes will be at the time. Where the diamond, the gold, and things coming from. We got to make sure we say we have a clinic. And he will not even represent that you think that we are not even part of the country. So these are things that are very difficult for us. And we got what 24 for the new grandmother. I talking about 5 grandma for our place to get the main quota, you rock all the movement for the 5 or 2 hours.
All right.
So it's very difficult for us. All the resources that are coming from, we couldn't bring to the nation.
And you provide leadership, maybe the township, I know the town chief, the community chief, and you have the kind of leadership there, or Or you're just doing your own thing?
They love the comes of the government and the people.
Great.
People take will suffer for the hands of one man's battery before.
All right. Thank you so much. Charles Cooper, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Charles Cooper. I call from Coffee to Poro. Yeah, neighbor, our country, leadership-wise, our country is in a serious predicament. And I have said over time that leadership-wise, this nation is cursed. And that curse came about because of our actions as Liberians. If we cannot break that leadership curse, maybe we are in a complete vicious cycle. We talk from now to Judgment Day and we'll get no result. Maybe, have you wondered why our leaders, they have failed to give us standard or quality education? They want to keep us perpetually blind. You know the Bible says lack of vision, the people perish. And education, solid education is the only one that opens the eyes of the people of any nation. Every nation develops because it has breathed educated mind. But for Liberia, maybe as I say, our illiteracy rate is around 48.2%. The last time I checked, as it has changed because you know Liberia is not started, everything goes up and comes down. So if you have a country where the illiteracy rate is almost equal to the literacy rate, it tells you the kind of population you have. And someone said, those people who are becoming leaders for this country, maybe they are not from Pluto. They are Liberians. They have the Liberianness in them.
All right. Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening. Hello?
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead. Oh, Liberian.
Let me say good evening to the many listeners having a protest. This is Quill William Govey, and I joined the conversations for the Sktv-Lib. Thank you so much, Meva. You know, this is what I always told people. When you hear the people saying that young people, we are the future leader, it means that we should start practicing leadership at our youth age before we reach to the future. But if we don't practice leadership today, to sit at the center of leadership in the future, people who want to practice it, that is where you see the country continues to go. Look, that is why I always told people, young people, it is good for us to be honest today. Because today, leaders, they were young people yesterday.
Indeed.
So, the leadership that were in power yesterday, when these leaders today in power, when they were young people, they never learned from those people at the time they were young. They allow themselves to sit at the center of leadership before they want to practice it, and this is where you see the country growing, right? So, this is why I always told people at our generation, when you see critical national discussion come on a platform, go there with patriotism and nationalism. Do not go there with sentiment and seek offensive. Because other than that, we will only discuss the other political and protect the star, the political and protect the political party, the political and protect the political party. Liberia will be vulnerable. Everybody will protect their star. At the end, the country will be vulnerable. We got to come together as Liberians, as young people, we discuss critical national issues for of sentiment and hatred.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. You knew it. That's just the fact. I like that so much. Today's caller, quickly, we'll take one or two more and cross over to.
You see the whole pattern?
Yeah, what's your name? Your name, Chief? Thank you. Tomato, go ahead.
That means when you see the people there, they just doing all the booking up these and as for the grand here. People just doing all the
yeah, my man, don't go to the issue, man. We're just looking for all kind of thing. Hello? Yeah, man, people, you see that problem to be up, man. Yeah, but we all different things. Jump back to different things. That's the kind of people we have to.
This is what I said. I left the line, unfortunately, and I called the climax. We need to direct our energy and time to our people. We need to leave the official. I agree. Maybe trust me, whether you like it or not, you see the Capitol building, if you're not careful for the next election, the president and the vice president will come from the legislature. It happened between President Weah and Joel. Now, President Bwaka, former Vice President Bwaka came there as President of Senate. Right now, as we speak, with the exception of George Weah being outside, I'm not God. I don't know who already win the election. But trust me, the ability and the percentage of the president and vice president coming from the legislature is very high. Because our people, that is why I say we need to direct our energy and our euphoria and zest, like Monge, you always do it to our people. Our people, even the educated one, they still have rational problem.
Seriously, my brother. Seriously.
They don't rationalize. So we need to, because it is our people. I told you, I say Europe is upright in America because the society produce upright people. Unfortunately, our side here, our people, who they will blame the government. I told you, I said, we change that badge. Maybe the new badge might even be worse.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let me take Uncle Brian Tate quickly. You'll be our last caller. Across over to the team. Uncle, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say thank you to you, Mom, and the other, co-panelists or co-hosts on your show. You know, to many people. But you see, Libon, how do you mirror the society? Because when you're feeling wearing clothes, and you can go in front of your dresser, it's to mirror yourself because you feel that you go outside. Today, leaders are the mirror of the society. Because we can just say that it's societal problem, No. It is a leader today that's supposed to feed you or that's supposed to tailor the society that's supposed to come after them. All the emerging generations. But if the emerging generation, we always accusing them, they are corrupt, they are causing leader, all those kind of things. Now the same leader causing leaders to be in the mirror. So the fact that they are the mirror there, it means that they represent the society.
Okay.
So we can't exclude them. So until they behave well, until they know that the future is in their hand for those who will come after them. Because that generation now.
Oh yeah, you're right, Uncle.
Some of them who are clean, they become proper now. Some of them they are talking, say you can't even hear their voice good because they are so big now. They kind of go to take some tablets so that they can reduce because else they will find problem for themselves with sugar and all those kind of things.
All right, Uncle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, they are the mirror, and you're right, Joe. Mark and that, brother Ali, we're back after listening to our people, the society or the leaders. They are the mirror, according to the last caller.
We need to first have to get Luis on this team. I love his analysis. I just like how he can think and how he can rationalize things. He always call you and kind of look at things from a different angle. I like people who think like that, who think outside the box, and he keep doing it over and over. So I guess if we will be fortunate to get Luis on this platform, it will be a plus for the Sktv. But he said everything, and that's the problem. The question is, we can blame the people. The people are the one making the decision, and the leaders. We got representative kind of a democracy. We all 5 million people cannot govern the state. That will pick people from each congressional district, including the president himself and the vice president. So if we make the argument that the government is a reflection of the society and the society is broken, so we can't get bunch of right people from an upright society, then the question is, at what stage and what would be the process to bring up people who are upright to change the society? Because if we keep making a case that the society is broken and the government is just a reflection of the society itself, so there is no way we can get a better governance structure because the society itself is broken, then it means even if we change the elected officials to go into offices, when they get there, they will say, but there is no need for me to perform because people already got the notion that the country itself is broken. So I cannot come from a broken country and give you better result. But the one thing that I know when it comes to leadership is only one person can see your vision, but that one person can sell the vision to other people. There are people in that country that are capable of turning that country around. The problem is we just don't know how to find them, and that's the challenge. Maybe that will be the discussion for tomorrow about this balance between a broken society or a reflection of the society that is broken, but then we expect better leaders because angels don't run a country. The people that will run the country are people from our various communities, the Soniwe, the Capital Bapa, the Corwell, the New Georgia, the Nima County. These are the same people. So the question is, when can we strike the balance? Because everybody will come and justify. Okay, you cannot expect a better result from me as a lawmaker because I came from a corrupt and a broken society. But then, if the voters themselves carries this corrupt mindset, and the leaders who are elected into public office have the same mindset, then it means you cannot, my brother, got to be the opposite that give you the result. It cannot be the same. Like that attract, right? That's the law of magnetism. It cannot, it doesn't make any sense, and it's going to be very tough. So maybe that's something we got to look at tomorrow. That is, the question is, how do we identify the ones that are capable of giving up result in Liberia? Because we keep making the excuse that the country is broken, you cannot get upright men from a broken society, then it means we are headed to nowhere. We are just running a hamster wheel. So maybe tomorrow we can dive into that. I will be here tomorrow for sure, more than likely. I'm not sure about after tomorrow, but tomorrow for sure I'll be with you.
Thank you, Mark, and I hope and pray that you'll be here with us on tomorrow. Ali Masale, they say, show me your friend, and I will tell you who you are. According to the last caller, the leaders, they are our mayor.
Yes, that's it. The leaders, they are our mayor, but unfortunately, we look at them and then they are not doing nothing for us. So I don't know what kind of mirror you look in the mirror, and then you can't see nothing good in the mirror. Yeah, you dress up, you stay, you look at yourself in the mirror, you say, no, the way I look in the mirror, that's nothing. But thanks to the color, and you see, let me tell my brother-in-law, yes, let me tell you something. We can't continue to be saying this thing, everything we say the previous administration. If people say people are walking in the street talking by themselves, and you come by, you say, oh yeah, the people are talking by themselves because the previous administration destroyed the country, they empty all of the cover, this and that. It almost like what our president is saying, he came in bed of broken economic, he didn't need anything. But see, today he's living in a luxurious life, enjoying himself, flying private jet, millions of dollars, bulletproof car, building presidential party that costs millions of dollars. How will you inherit a broken economy and we see you carry on all this spending? So you people say the previous administration was corrupt. You people are not in power. You see? Why people couldn't say, oh yeah, people walking in the street doing George Weah area, say they empty all of the cover and thing. But now, you see, this thing we don't want to be talking. That's why when I said on platform, I like to be talking about CDC regime. This is why you people voted them out of power and you came to do the right thing. But everything you accuse the CDC administration of, you people are doing it times 10. If you need those people, they stole the Liberian people money, everything, you're in power. You prosecute them. When President Baka came to power and I saw they started going after previous government officials, I was very, very happy. I was happy because this is something that he was going to do to set precedent. For any other government that will come, if I'm a minister and I feel, oh yes, I will just see another government will come and they will prosecute me. And I was very happy when he started with that. But it was quite unfortunate you're here in the cookie garden. What you want to do? So where did they go today with that? Everything just died down. You see?
All right.
So if you know that people stole that one, that's the reason why today people walking in the street. Now you get the gavel, you can take on the matter and see what you can do to have those people prosecuted. And the next administration, they will go after you people too, step by step. So that is just it till we can see again.
Thank you.
Bless America and God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Aliu. And let me say thanks to Mark, thanks to all of you, our viewers, and so forth. And that's the kind of a poor excuse. Every time when they go on various radio stations or various talk show, they be complaining, oh, the CDC do this. Who's stopping you? You have all of the power. You have all of the authority, everything in your hand. Then you cry. I mean, not just baby for me. That will even be the CDC was voted out just because of their poor performance. So why waste your own time? Why waste your own time? I've got the energy beyond CDC. Oh, man. Good night to all of you.
Good night to all of you. We'll go deep tomorrow.
Anyway, good night, Mark, and see all of you again on tomorrow. By God grace. Yeah.
Tomorrow, come here, we are taking care. It will be hard tomorrow on that topic, on the mayor and the people. We'll see who's actually reflecting the order, the society, and your public officials. So we'll be here tomorrow. Same.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. Talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Wanting about people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and that effort I read. The brothers giving us the end of premise from there. So welcome my life with African.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make you again Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamo. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lopa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Wanting about people who waiting to sell. The flesh, that time and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life with African. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Monserrat, San to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.